Destiny. Bungie's wasted potential. A franchise with rich lore and solid gameplay, but shallow storytelling and content. I shouldn't have to explain to you why Destiny is so criticized, and I'm sure by now you've seen every Destiny content creator and their mother make a video about Destiny or taking a break from Destiny. This isn't going to be some kind of deep dive into the game. This is just my honest thoughts on a series I put hundreds of hours into. The first Destiny came out in 2014, coming 2 years after their very last game in the Halo series, Halo Reach. And there was a lot of hype building up to this game because, I mean, it's Bungie. They made Halo, arguably one of the biggest first-person shooter franchises in gaming. It's fallen from grace now, but back then it was on top. And when Destiny came out, I honestly enjoyed playing it, but like a lot of other people, I was left feeling disappointed by the half-assed story and severe lack of in-game lore.
I could tell you of the great battle centuries ago. I could tell you of the power of the darkness. I could tell you. I don't
even have time to explain why I don't have time to explain.
Destiny to me has always had interesting lore, just like Halo, but no real way to access that lore in-game. The stupid grimoire card system they had for lore, you could read those on the Bungie website, but I mean, something as simple as a place in the menu to read the entries would have been enough, in my opinion. Granted, Destiny 2 has a much better in-game lore system now, but we'll get to D2 in a bit. And I would also like to point out that that grimoire card stuff I mentioned is no longer viewable. It used to be on Bungie's website, but now that part of the website is gone. So all of those lore cards that me and many other Destiny 1 players spent grinding for and collecting is no longer viewable. And I must remind you that all that collecting was 4 years, because Destiny's life cycle was 4 years. And even though you can read a ton of the D2 lore still, it doesn't excuse the fact that all those hours that players spent, I didn't collect all of them, but there was many players that did, and all that is gone now. But this video isn't about Destiny 1, it's about Bungie and how they not only wasted this universe and its rich lore, but have slowly become the greedy company that they were trying to escape from Activision, turning Destiny 2 into a digital storefront. And I know you may be thinking, Raz, isn't Destiny 2 a free-to-play game? No, my sweet viewer, it is a free-to-try game, a freemium game, with only like 20 to 30% of that game's content being true free-to-play. And although I do think their DLC model works better with this free-to-play model, there's not enough free content in the free-to-play to really classify as a free-to-play title. Now me, I have a handful of the DLCs, not all of them, and in preparation for this video, I bought Witch Queen. I heard out of all the current content that it had one of the best receptions from the community and the best story. And I spent about, I'd say 40 to 60 hours playing that content, and I did enjoy myself, but it still didn't hold a candle to what I consider the best story in this Destiny universe Bungie has ever told, and that is Forsaken. Which now brings me to my biggest reasons for hating Destiny and Bungie. The removal of content. Back in Destiny 1, we had 4 DLCs. Dark Below, House of Wolves, Taken King, and The Rise of Iron. And if you were to play Destiny 1 today, if you were to load it up, all that content is still accessible. Fast forward to today with Destiny 2, and we're currently on the 7th expansion, Lightfall, and an 8th is on its way, titled Final Shape. And now I ask you, viewer, do you think the early expansion content is still available today? I wish I could say the answer we all want, but the fact is, not only the first 2 DLCs, but Forsaken, which is regarded by many players, including myself, as not only the best story that Destiny 2 has ever received, but the best chunk of content. And they removed the campaign from Forsaken from the game. And yes, Forsaken you still have the raid, you still have the exotic weapons, but the majority of the content, including the campaign of Forsaken, was removed from the game. And they still sell the DLC. Now, I don't know if I have to tell you how fucked up that is, but I bought Forsaken when it came out, and it was $40 on release. Now it's $20, which makes sense with it being less content, but that doesn't change the fact that a product that I and many other players purchased has been removed completely from the game, and there is nothing we can do about it. Forsaken came out before Bungie left Activision, And I know many people thought Destiny 2 would become better and they would be less greedy without them, and I admit I felt the same, but I very quickly realized that Bungie is just as bad, if not worse, than Activision. Since they left Activision in 2019, the in-game store, Eververse, has gotten significantly more monetized in Destiny 2, and now that they have a Season Pass system, there are purchases around every corner. Now, yes, Eververse was in Destiny 1, but it was a lot of cosmetics, and yeah, it's still cosmetics in Destiny 2, but most of the new content is in the Eververse. So different ghost shells, different armors, sparrows, your ships are all paid. There's no real way to earn them, at least the really cool looking ones. Yes, there's some cool armors in just the regular loot pool and ships and sparrows that you can earn for free just by playing, but that's not the point. The point is that they took a paid game, turned it into free to play, and have fully monetized the hell out of it. It is one of the most egregiously monetized games out right now, in my opinion. It wouldn't be so bad if it was a true free to play, where it gets free updates and the only thing that you pay for is the cosmetics in the store. But you also have the expansions, and this is another major gripe I have with how they have handled Destiny. And I'll give you a list of the DLCs that they have listed on Steam, and this is just the expansions, not the other DLCs. We have Lightfall plus the annual pass, Lightfall by itself, the Legacy Collection, which is Witch Queen, Beyond Light, and Shadowkeep all bundled together. We have the Bungie 30th Anniversary Pack, Witch Queen, Beyond Light, Shadowkeep, Forsaken Pack, it is now called, and then the Army Collection, which is the 30th and Forsaken bundled together. Now, why is it listed like this? Like, how is someone supposed to navigate this? Why is there no bundle for all the old content, like all together, like Forsaken, 30, like everything except for the current one, which is Lightfall? There should be a bundle for that, I feel like, right? Like, what happens if a player purchases, like, say, Witch Queen by itself and then realizes, oh shit, there was a bundle of them all together that I could have gotten, and all together it would have been cheaper. Now I have to buy the others, and it's going to end up being more. Like, all the DLCs together is $400. If you bought just the bundles, it's $90, and the latest expansion on top of that is around $140-ish. And from what I've heard, the latest expansion, Lightfall, is pretty awful, so it wouldn't even be worth picking up. The next expansion, from what I understand, is going to be the final expansion, and I don't really care anymore. I stopped caring a long time ago. And I think I'm officially done with Destiny. I enjoyed my time revisiting it, playing with my friends, but I don't think I could play it anymore. I think I respect my time more. I respect my time enough to not waste it playing this. I don't regret the years I spent playing the series though, because at its heart, I think Destiny is a fantastically written. Well, written is subjective, because talking about just the extended lore, not the in-game story. The extended lore is so fascinating to me in Destiny, and I feel that Bungie wasted such a promising universe with so many different ideas that we could have gone through, and like they turned it into this freemium shit show of a game, and based on the updates that the game gets, I don't think they really care anymore. Gambit hasn't been updated since it came out. I don't think Crucible has gotten a new map in years. Every expansion is just a teaser for the next. It's always cliffhanger after cliffhanger, and oh, it's coming. And yeah, I enjoyed Witch Queen, but all it did was set up the next expansion. I don't care about the final shape. I'm just gonna wait and see what they do with their next game, Marathon. And with their reveal trailer for Marathon, I feel like they're starting to just move development from Destiny. And honestly, I'm glad, because I would hate to see the player base continue to get milked for a universe that they love, hoping that it'll get better, huffing that copium. But I think we all need to hold Bungie accountable and show them that we don't want this. We don't want what they're giving us, and we shouldn't put up with it. Vote with your wallet. Stop giving them your money when they haven't earned it. Now, like I said, this wasn't supposed to be like a deep dive. I'm just sharing my honest thoughts. It may seem like a bunch of jumbled up thoughts together, but my main points are Bungie wasted such a promising universe, and I'm sad to see it in the state that it's in. I really am. And really, the main reason I started wanting to make a video like this is because of the removal of content and what they call sunsetting. And from what I understand, a lot of the content that Destiny 2 is receiving now is what was gonna be in Destiny 3, which was canceled, because now they are working on Marathon, which is supposed to be a Tarkov-like shooter. I'm not gonna get into that. You know, just from a Destiny fan, from a player who is tired of giving money to a company that I feel does not care about me or my time. And I'm gonna move on to other things. Starfield's coming out soon. I recently started playing Warframe with my friends, and I'm really enjoying that. Actually, I've never played it before. I'm waiting for Baldur's Gate 3 to go on sale so I can start speedrunning to my bear romance. Other than that, I just don't know what else to say. I'm disappointed in what Bungie has done. And if you want like more in-depth talk about the kind of stuff that I'm talking about, there are plenty of fantastic Destiny creators that have gone way more in depth than I will, and have spent way more time in the game than I have, because I have been very on and off with Destiny over the years, from dumb decisions that they've made and stuff that I've disliked, and just losing interest in the game. But that's really all I have to say. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm about to start watching Andor, because I want to make a review on that. I still haven't watched it yet, and the Ahsoka show is coming out soon, and I'm gonna be watching that as well. And I might make a video on that as well, because I just want to start talking about stuff that I'm passionate about on this channel. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy, drink water, and eyes up, Guardian.